that sound?
Looks about right.
Don't need to be perfect. I want it to feel like I'm in the room by myself.
Yeah.
Let's try one.
I'm watching this, and I truly forgot that you were not Bruce Springsteen. What did you do? Were there any rituals to get you to embody Bruce at this point in his life?
I was listening to him obviously a lot, you know, and specifically the album Nebraska. And so that was big. I was singing every day, picking up the guitar every day. And then, yeah, there was a period in the beginning of the film process where, you know, I had lost my voice. When it came back, I had a really nice, like, rasp to it that I wanted to keep pretty much. And so I started screaming into my pillow every morning before I'd go to work. And then I realized after about a week of that if I continued on, I might just lose my voice entirely. So I had to stop. But listening to him and singing his songs, that always made me feel close.
This subject matter is heavy, and Bruce, I know, worked closely on this. Was there any moment that you wanted to check back with him and get his guidance on, basically?
Yeah, I mean, you know, there were a couple moments I was really curious about. One of them was during the road trip portion of the film with his friend Matt D'Elia. I know he had this like kind of panic attack, but I wanted to know, you know, what that was about. And he was really honest just from the very beginning. This was in our first meeting that we discussed this. And then also, you know, I was, you know, training to sing and I was training to play guitar, but I'm not a musician. I don't know how to write a song. And so it was helpful to just get some insight on his inspiration and process.
And I love, too, the theme of, and Scott speaks of this, that, you know, it doesn't matter what your past is, it's not going to define where you're going. So for you, Jeremy, is there something that you would go back and tell a younger version of yourself? Any advice or encouragement? And if so, what would you tell him and at what point in your life?
I had a really hard time in school, you know. I would leave often without permission, and I wouldn't show up, and like the structure of school just didn't, it didn't suit me. And I had a really hard time in that period in my life, and I guess I wish I could have just told myself, you know, settle down, I think, really, like, and enjoy this part. Don't be in such a rush, yeah.
As most Bruce Springsteen related projects are, is a love letter to Asbury Park. So what was your experience getting to shoot here?
The romance of this town is very clear, and you know, I read all the stories in Bruce's book about, you know, him starting out in Asbury, playing in all the bar bands, and finding his voice. And I get it, you know, you can see it. It's still here in Asbury, and especially, you know, here at the Stone Pony.